Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the NXT Takeover Vengeance Day pay-per-view. What a night we have in store for you from top to bottom. Tonight we kick us off with the Money in the Bank winner, Rusev. He takes on Bryan Danielson. As we all know, the main event tonight is MJF taking on CM Punk for that NXT Championship. Tonight we are live here in Orlando, Florida, and we are kicking us off with a big-time beginning matchup. We got Bryan Danielson taking on Mr. Money in the Bank, Rusev. Now this matchup is going to be very technically sound, a lot of hard-hitting maneuvers, and it's going to be very brutal, like I mentioned. It's a really good match. It's a great pick for Bret the Hitman Hart tonight. You got Bryan Danielson making his way down to the ring, and with how Rusev has been on late, and he's been pretty good, and with Bryan Danielson handing MJF his first ever loss, Bryan is trying to figure out himself as well as Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Wardlow, all part of the Blackpool Combat Club. Tag team here in NXT, and later on tonight we'll actually see Jon Moxley in action as he challenges for the NXT North American Championship. A lot of big things are going to be happening, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of big time moments. Will be our first big matchup of the night, as this is NXT Vengeance Day, sold out crowd here in Orlando, Florida. As this is Vengeance Day weekend, obviously today is NXT Takeover Vengeance Day, and coming up tomorrow night is that SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view known as Vengeance Day. As now here comes Rusev, Mr. Money in the Bank, and Christian will not be accompanying Rusev down to the ring tonight, letting Rusev get this done all by himself. Can't wait to see what Rusev can do against Bryan Danielson. This is going to be one hard-hitting matchup. You get that running knee, the yes lock there from Bryan Danielson, as well as Rusev with the accolade. He decimated Jon Moxley on NXT recently on Wednesday. I believe he hit 5 accolades in a row, back to back to back to back, on that lower back of Jon Moxley. And Moxley, he didn't tap out, but he couldn't. As soon as he got pinned, he couldn't, use his shoulders or whatever. He couldn't move anything. Rusev just ultimately decimated him, and for tonight, Bryan Danielson has to be very careful. Rusev very well could do the same damn thing to him. This rivalry has been brewing from the Blackpool Combat Club's Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson going up against Rusev and Christian Cage recently. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Big time opening contest here with a sold out capacity crowd here in Orlando, Florida. It's a big clubbing blow here early. Rusev coming right after Bryan Danielson. And I don't blame Rusev. He wants to change up the game plan here, kind of slow down the pace. I think if I'm Rusev, you definitely have to. And these gut punches, or gut kicks I should say, are definitely going to help you out. Slowing down Bryan. That's what you have to do. Because if Bryan Danielson starts flying around this ring, it honestly is going to be game over. Say belly to belly. I'm not saying Rusev can't handle that, but we know how good Bryan is in the middle of that ring. Is Bryan telling Rusev, no, don't do it. Uh-oh. Oh no, this ain't good. Rusev power bombing him over the top rope. Bryan Danielson is in trouble here. Man, I don't know how Bryan's going to be able to get back in this match of being just systematically thrown over that top rope. Now wait, Bryan is taking that right leg down. I mean, yeah, Bryan has been a former world champion here in the series, especially there on SmackDown as, submission hold. Well, there's that arm bar. Only able to get a rope break out of it, unfortunately. But, Rusev's been a former United States champion, former Mr. Andre the Giant Memorial winner, leading to him winning the United States Championship over Apollo Crews, who at that time was the longest reigning United States champion in our series history. And for Bryan, he's won that WWE Championship multiple times, and eventually would like to become champion one more time. Is that flying knee across the chest there of Rusev. And now Bryan with a, oh my goodness, that knee, or that, not the knee, but the elbow. You might not think that might do enough damage, but you take too many headshots, it could be definitely game over very, very quickly. As now Rusev with a crucial reversal. Definitely needs to get something going here. Uh-oh. Oh, look at this. Look at this submission. A little innovative submission here from Rusev. A different type of crossface here. Bryan may be forced to tap out here. Instead of going for the accolade, Rusev hitting this, but now Rusev getting hit with the elbows right to the face / collarbone area. And Bryan stays in this matchup a little bit longer, as now Rusev again with a one-armed reversal takedown. Rusev looking pretty good here. Super kick. Super kick right there to Bryan's head. Can Rusev defeat Bryan Danielson here tonight? Pinfall. Is that going to be it? 2, 3 it is. Rusev. Way too much for Bryan Danielson tonight. What a back and forth matchup. Rusev just continuing to look really, really good these last couple months. It took himself and Christian Cage a little bit of time to get going, but once they were able to figure out, they were able to take it to Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley. Kind of feel bad for Bryan Danielson to an extent, but Rusev has been a lot better ever since joining Christian Cage. And there's your Mr. Money in the Bank, ladies and gentlemen, Rusev. Will this man cash in tonight? Here at Vengeance Day, that is a big question. Hopefully it won't overshadow the main event tonight as MJF challenges CM Punk for the NXT Championship.
Look who it is.
The NXT Tag Team Championships are on the line as the very impressive Creed brothers are in action. Here tonight, they are your number one contenders, and they are challenging the Grizzled Young Veterans, for the NXT Tag Team Championships tonight. Creed brothers have been on a roll, not just singles action, but in tag team action, getting their first ever win here on NXT, being against the Revival, who recently returned at that time, and they are doing a lot better than the Revival. So with the Creed brothers have been doing quite well, I think they very well could be the next tag team champions, but when you got a team like the Grizzled Young Veterans, man, they are just so technically sound and able to take those championships away from Legado del Fantasma, then once again would face off against them at NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver and retain in one of the best NXT tag team matches in a very, very long time there in NXT's pay-per-view history. And we're going to see if these two teams, especially the Grizzled Young Veterans, can pull out a massive win again here. Because I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of up-and-coming teams definitely coming after the Grizzled Young Veterans if the Creed brothers were to lose tonight. But we could have a facelift in the tag team division if only the Creed brothers win tonight. Very interesting thing. The Creed brothers have done anything in a good way to take down the Creed brothers to take out the Grizzled Young Veterans, and after the Creed brothers actually defeated Grizzled Young Veterans, they attacked them after the matchup, and that's what normally what the Grizzled Young Veterans do. So the Creed brothers were sending them a message, as they are your number one contenders, the Creed brothers. Big fans of the Diamond Mine of Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. Those prestigious NXT Tag Team Championships, ladies and gentlemen, those have been held by a lot of great duos over the years. Notably, one of the best tag teams in all of NXT's history, one of the best tag teams, that being on the Undisputed Era, that being Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Referee rings in that bell. Here we go. A belly-to-belly to kick us off here. All for those prestigious Tag Team Championships. I believe this is Brutus in the ring right now with Zach Gibson. And Julius and Brutus were able to knock off the Tag Team Champions one-on-one and even in a tag team matchup. So this is going to be time for Grizzled Young Veterans to step up to the plate and show you why they are your NXT Tag Team Champions. There's moments in both of those singles matches where definitely James Drake or Zach Gibson could have definitely won the matchup. Just obviously right timing and everything for their opponents. As now Julius going to start to go to work here. Maybe could set up an arm bar or some kind of submission. Himself and Brutus were working on that left arm. As now Brutus, or I should say Julius, working out, stretching that left knee. Your knee does not want to be stretched out like that because obviously a lot of your power is going to be coming from there, trying to lift up your superstar. Not going to be able to do it whatsoever with a bum leg, bum knee. Double underhook suplex incoming. No, big reversal there from Zach Gibson. Looking forward to a great night, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of big-time action, including a couple women's championship matches, including a triple threat tornado tag team matchup for those NXT Women's Tag Team Championships as the Iconics take on Zoe Stark, the team of Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons, and also the former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez later on tonight. So look at James Drake. Look at that beautiful maneuver. Michinoku driver pinfall. So close to being able to put away Julius. And now springboard. Oh, going for that springboard leg drop. Didn't really work out in his favor, but somehow, some way able to still get the upper hand here. And these tag teams that you're seeing right now, the future of all WWE. I'd honestly believe that Grizzled Young Veterans could be a solid pickup for either Raw or SmackDown in the near future. Not saying they're going to get called up at all, but definitely I wouldn't be surprised with how good they are, technically sound they are. I definitely wouldn't mind seeing the Grizzled Young Veterans try to dominate Raw or SmackDown. As now Julius going to toss him back outside here. This time James Drake was able to hold on, but probably not the best idea to hold on because he's about to eat the hardest part of the ring with a back suplex. Man, oh man. Every time I watch the Creed brothers, I continue to get impressed every single time, man. Pulling all sorts of different maneuvers that we haven't seen from them. Working their hardest off. They could be literally one of the youngest, if not the youngest, NXT Tag Team Champions in NXT history. As oh, look at that arm drag takedown there from Mr. James Drake. Back and forth we go. Both teams know each other oh so well. Obviously with the singles action and definitely working as a tag team. Brutal uppercut, stunning James Drake there. As now here comes Brutus, gonna look to get the finishing pieces and get them those NXT Tag Team Championships. Here we go, referee right there. We're going to go for the pinfall, but not even a 1 count. Brutus is going to have to do a lot more damage here if they plan on winning those NXT Tag Team Championships. And right there, hey, let's get technical. Let's start working on those arms again. We saw that in the beginning of the matchup. Working on that left arm, trying to take it out of the socket. Slowly but surely, and look again, Brutus. Oh, well this time it was more on the ribs. I think maybe he was trying to get in the head of James Drake there, saying, oh, hey, it looks like we're going to work on it. Let's go ahead and change up the strategy for a quick second. Oh, James Drake with the perfect reversal. Springboard Enziguri. Taking down Brutus. This is a perfect opportunity here for the tag team champions to put away Brutus and Julius here, the Creed brothers. Very popular tag team so far. Oh, no, not the quad. Oh, my goodness, the quad right there. And that's when a lot of the power game is going to be coming for Brutus, for sure. There's another Michinoku driver. We saw that earlier on tonight. Now James Drake just going to take his time. He doesn't need to rush. Just slowly but surely trying to think about what he needs to do. And he hit it straight on. Super kick out of nowhere. Is that it? 2. Oh. I believe Julius was able to break it up. Either Julius was able to break it up in time or Brutus was able to. It's a big clothesline. And just like that, turning it into a handicap match for a couple seconds at least. This is going to be very bad if the Creed brothers can't figure out what they need to do. Uh-oh. High risk. Oh my goodness. What a top rope drop kick. Taking out Brutus. And this is why I'm talking to you guys about. Very, very good technical wrestling tag team is the Grizzled Young Veterans. It is not going to be easy to ever, if any other time, to knock off these guys. As now, going to work on their left arm. We've seen that all tonight, the Creed brothers working on their left arms. And now, the Grizzled Young Veterans are saying, hey, we all know what karma is. And look at this arm bar now in the right arm. The right arm, and now the right leg. The right leg. A very unique submission hold here. He has nowhere to go. He's literally in the middle of the ring. He has no one he can help out here. But he is not going to lose it. He knows how big this opportunity is for the Creed brothers. So now he has him on the ropes. What does he have to do? Both these tag teams putting it all on the line. Blood, sweat, and tears. The future of the NXT Tag Team division is being showed off to you guys tonight. Oh, look at this. Look at that suplex. He got so deep on that suplex, man. Very, very impressive there. From one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Mr. Gibson. Now Brutus kicked in the midsection. Can he get himself back in this matchup? And he will, temporarily. But can he keep it up? Gonna tag his other brother. Here comes Julius. Julius Creed gonna look to put the final touches on this matchup. Big haymaker. Now here comes Gibson. Again and again. Down goes Julius. Oh, but just like that, the adrenaline flowing through Julius. Here comes Zach Gibson. Or Zach Gibson getting a tag to James Drake. Oh, uh-oh. Gonna get ourselves a sharpshooter, maybe? Oh, look at that. No. Gonna turn it into the Subway Surfer here. Bam! Oh my goodness, that face of Ricochet. Ricocheting off the mat there. So are we about to see a new NXT Tag Team Champion here? Go for the pinfall, maybe? No. Had something else in mind, but James Drake gonna tag in Gibson. As once again, we are at a stalemate, ladies and gentlemen. Both these teams going back and forth, putting it all on the line for you guys. What a NXT Tag Team match, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. Here we go. Gonna try to keep Gibson down this time. Will it be enough, though, with that forearm? No, 2.5. This is where Julius needs to step up to the plate. Try to put him away. Gibson, though. Oh, look at this. Oh, nice suplex. I thought maybe for a minute he would try it into like a DDT type of maneuver. Kind of like what John Moxley did back in the day with his dirty deeds. There's now Gibson off the ropes. Oh, look at that. Big time maneuver there from Mr. James Drake. That could be enough. No, strong kick out at 1. This is what you got to love to see, man. Two of the best tag teams on NXT going at it tonight. And we all know that the Creed brothers have the Grizzled Young Veterans number. So tonight, the Grizzled Young Veterans have a little bit more to prove. You got a veteran tag team in the Grizzled Young Veterans, and then you got the Creed brothers that are relatively new to NXT, but they've been running pretty good here in the NXT, running through these other tag teams. As now Gibson up to that second rope. Look at Julius, though. Look at the strength and power into the body slam. Can he steal a victory here? Referee right there in the middle of the ring. But again, just a strong 1 count. The question is for the Creed brothers, what do you guys got to do? You guys are in the toughest match of your career. High anticipated matchup here. As Gibson getting caught here. And now submission hold. No, wait. Again, gonna keep getting me with this maneuver. He's just bouncing him off that middle of that mat. That is not going to be feeling good. Here we go. Another pinfall opportunity. Pinfall. No. But again, James Drake right there to help out his tag team partner. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, tossing him over the top. That is definitely what you need here. Reversal from Gibson. Gibson going to look to put him away. Gibson. Oh, look at that. What a spinning neck breaker. Pinfall. Is that going to be enough? No. Able to break it up. Julius trying to be there for his brother right now. Now it is a 2-on-1 matchup here. Can the Creed brothers somehow get themselves back into this matchup? James Drake going at it outside, trying to take on Julius. You got Brutus and Gibson in the middle of this ring. And now the arm being wrenched out of place here. Oh, that rotator cuff. If they somehow win this matchup, man, oh. Brutus coming from behind, but Gibson just like that. As we go back and forth out here at ringside. Back and forth, back and forth. Big clubbing blows. And not going to show that brutal suplex off to Mr. Gibson. Look at the Creed brothers. They are trying to get this crowd here in Orlando, Florida, right behind them. I believe the referee's at the 6, I believe. Suppose men need to get back in the ring. Oh, right into the steel steps. We're at a 7 now. Gibson down and out right now. I mean, Brutus has to go back out there. I was going to say, he has to go back out there. Because Grizzled Young Veterans would retain via a countout. You'd hate to see that, but I mean, it'd be a clumsy play and one of the clumsiest finishes definitely of all time, ruining a fantastic matchup. I mean, I know it's hard sometimes for certain superstars in certain conditions, but hey, you gotta remember, okay, hey, we're the challengers. We could lose this match by them getting disqualified or whatever, you know? Oh my goodness, the arm getting torqued out of place here. Referee now at a 6 once again here. Both teams have to get back in the ring at a 7. We're at a 8 now. Very close to a count out. Back in the ring we go. Oh, we're breaking it up. Thankfully for Brutus going back out. It seemed like Gibson was perfectly fine with staying out there. At least Brutus in that opportunity was very smart. Oh no, this ain't good. What is Brutus thinking? Oh no, oh no. Power bomb to the outside and then against the apron. Oh my God. Brutus is saying this is it. This is it. Referee again starting up that count. Now up to a 5 already. You could tell he's speeding this up because he wants this matchup to end inside the ring, not outside. He wants to have a awesome tag team matchup, which it has been very fantastic, but you'd hate to have this end in a countout. And Gibson just taking his time, getting back in the ring. Brutus is like, God dang it, gotta go all the way back out there just to do that. But look at this. Is he gonna get himself a tag? Yes, he does. Here comes James Drake. Oh, and attacking that left knee. And now James Drake going to take some time to celebrate. But now, going to get that hot tag, taking too much time. And now here comes Julius. The one half of the #1 contenders. Can Julius help out the Creed brothers? Again, stepping in, I think though, yes he is. He's going to go for that face plant, the stomp. Right here. Bam! Right off that mat. Not the most effective finisher of all time, but it certainly will definitely do it. Here we go, Julius. Are we going to see new champions? No, not yet. Very close. And now Gibson getting German suplexed. And now got ourselves a one-on-one bout. Back into the ring. Back and forth we go. James Drake. Oh, and look to put the finishing touches here. Down goes Julius. Pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, I believe Brutus didn't get there in time, but Julius thankfully was able to kick out. And now brutal DDT there from James Drake. But look, that just looks like Brutus is just trying to get up to his feet and kind of get the attention of James Drake the whole time. I tried to throw him on the apron, didn't work out that time. Now I'm going to have to work on the fly here, snap suplex. And these guys are putting it on the line. One of the longest NXT Tag Team Championships. This is definitely starting to feel like WrestleMania weekend. NXT Takeover stand and deliver with how these guys are performing here tonight. Working their tail off for all of you guys. This is a swinging neck breaker there from James Drake. Big kick there from Drake. Trying to just make sure he can't get up to his feet. And that definitely will help out with that enziguri. And you can feel James Drake, he feels like this is the perfect opportunity to lay it all on the line right now. He certainly has to do it right now. As now Drake, oh, we saw this earlier on tonight, gonna take out Julius, and that certainly has to be it. And it is. The Grizzled Young Veterans retain in a hell of a matchup tonight. The Creed brothers had their number for the last month or so, if not a little bit longer, and still the Grizzled Young Veterans show you guys why. They are one of the best tag teams here in NXT, and they are the face of NXT. Like them or hate them, respect them or no respect, the Grizzled Young Veterans will continue to be your NXT Tag Team Champions heading past NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. What a phenomenal tag team matchup. Man, that was, like I said, one of the best tag team matches in a very long time. We saw that NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver against Legado del Fantasma, and we see it again tonight. Who is going to be next in line, man, for these NXT Tag Team Championships? I remember my NXT days when I was in the finals against Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins ultimately became the first ever NXT champion in WWE history. But now I'm here to change up my career, and I'm coming back to NXT. But with coming back here to NXT, I won't be coming alone. I won't be coming alone whatsoever. It'll be me and two other superstars, and we are going to be taking over NXT, and you guys will get a little taste on the next edition of NXT, the NXT after Vengeance Day, and there will be some serious vengeance on this roster.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Women's Championship.
It's pretty awesome to see Jinder Mahal making his way back to NXT. When he first started the series, Jinder Mahal was on SmackDown, if I remember correctly, and has kind of been back and forth. I believe he was on Raw for a little bit and be back on SmackDown, and currently was a free agent, but it looks like Jinder Mahal has joined NXT. Once you're a free agent, you can sign anywhere you like, and it seems like he's going back to his roots, and that is to NXT. Perfect opportunity for Jinder Mahal to change up his whole career, and mentioning he's not going to be coming alone, and that we'll be finding out in the first edition of NXT who he is talking about. So, very, very big question will be answered on the first edition of that NXT episode. But now we will be transitioning our thoughts to the NXT Women's Championship. Mandy Rose is the #1 contender and the former NXT Women's Champion. Emma defeated her at NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver, and we actually saw Mandy Rose defeat two other women in a triple threat match to become the #1 contender. So she's able to get her rematch. But this is a big time rivalry continuing here. Mandy Rose and Emma. Mandy Rose talks about how selfish Emma is, but when you think of Mandy Rose, it's kind of contradicting, because I mean that's all that Mandy Rose is. It's all about her. Obviously you got Toxic Attraction at ringside with her and everything, but the thing is, for Mandy Rose, that's essentially using those two women to help her out win the championship. And we'll see if Mandy Rose can walk out with the NXT Championship due to the help of Toxic Attraction, or will Emma be able to walk out still the NXT Women's Champion? Emma would have the Iconics, the NXT Tag Team Champions out here with her, but they are currently getting ready for a tag team match, so she is out here by herself. But there is the NXT Women's Championship. So many big name women have held that championship here in Universe Mode history.
Introducing the challenger from Yorktown Heights, New York, Mandy Rose.
Let's see if Mandy Rose can get her vengeance again against Emma.
Introducing the champion from Melbourne, Australia. She is the NXT Women's Champion, Emma.
It's all about Emma and that NXT Women's Championship. Who is going to be heading into the very first edition of NXT with that NXT Women's Championship? Big opportunity for both women. Emma going to kind of make sure that this is not going to be a one defense and done type of situation. Big time opportunity. Mandy Rose gets her rematch, and it's going to be against Emma. Here we go. Referee ringing that bell. And for Emma, coming right out of the gate, that's a good strategy, honestly, coming right after her. The only thing that she has to be careful of, obviously, is definitely going to be the toxic attraction at ringside. And look at Emma, again, staying right on Mandy Rose. That's a great idea. You have to, with how dangerous Mandy Rose can be. If she's able to hit a jumping knee strike or any of her other finishing maneuvers, it could be game over very, very quickly. Beautiful senton there from Emma. And now Emma, big clubbing blow into another one. Why not? And now that ground and pound game here from Emma. Got to keep it up. That's all you got to do. Over and over again here to Mandy Rose. Now Emma going to take some time to get the crowd behind her here in Orlando, Florida. But for Emma, you gotta stay on Mandy Rose. Once you defeat Mandy Rose and retain your championship, then go ahead and get the crowd behind you even more. But right now, I'm going to try to steal a victory away from her, but Mandy Rose stays in the matchup. But maybe not too much longer after that big boot to the face. Now Emma off the ropes, another senton right to the ribs. Uh-oh, Emma looking to fly Mandy Rose back up to her feet. But look at that, Mandy Rose, just that adrenaline flowing through her, not really eating too much damage with that senton earlier on in the matchup here. Big slap there from Emma. Here comes your NXT Women's Champion. Looking to put away the former NXT Women's Champion. Big clubbing blow. Here comes your Women's Champion. Uh-oh. This ain't going to be good. Oh, no. Back suplex. And now Emma not going to let Mandy Rose take any time to recuperate. Going to work on the middle of that back and even the lower of that back to hurt it as much as she can. Emma letting go. Emma's doing quite well tonight. Coming right out, taking it right to Mandy Rose's head. Bouncing right off that LED post. Back and forth we go, though. This is an opportunity for Mandy Rose maybe to try to get herself back into this matchup. But looks like we ain't going to get that just yet as she gets tossed by her hair. We are now at a 6. This ain't going to get any better for Mandy Rose. And now Emma. But maybe for a minute she's going to go after one of the Toxic Attraction members. But now Emma may be minutes away from putting away the former NXT Women's Champion. Big Michinoku driver there from Emma. Will that be it? 2, 3, it is. Emma came out here and dominated. Mandy Rose was not able to figure her out, not able to get vengeance and try to get that NXT Women's Championship back. And just like that, Emma is going to be the woman holding the NXT Women's Championship heading into the first edition of NXT after Vengeance Day. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen, for Emma. Barn burner of a matchup. Emma was able to survive Mandy Rose there for a little bit, but Emma is still your NXT Women's Champion. Congratulations to Emma. What is next for the women's division?
That's why they call it light work, Cole. Barely even broke a sweat. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT UK Championship.
And now it is time for Braun Breaker to make his way down to the ring. Braun Breaker, former NXT champion, former NXT United Kingdom champion. And this feud all started when an open challenge was laid out by Braun Breaker, who was the United Kingdom champion at that time, saying he would spear the hell out of whoever decided to accept that challenge. Tyler Bate would be revealed to be the man to accept that open challenge and be the man re-signing here to NXT. And obviously Tyler Bate defeated Braun Breaker in that matchup, and Braun Breaker just would snap at Tyler Bate, and we got a little taste of what might be coming Tyler Bate's way on the previous edition of NXT, the go-home show of NXT, as we saw A-Kid take on Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate won very, very quickly, probably a couple-minute matchup. But after that, Braun Breaker would come out after A-Kid would shake hands with Tyler Bate. Braun Breaker would attack A-Kid on the ramp and send a message to Tyler Bate right in front of him. So this right now is do or die time for Braun Breaker. Tyler Bate is a multi-time United Kingdom winner. And now Braun Breaker could match Tyler Bate with multiple reigns as United Kingdom champion. But will that happen tonight? Braun Breaker versus Tyler Bate, bound to be one hell of a matchup coming your way next, here live at the NXT Takeover Vengence Day pay-per-view. And now here comes the big boy, Tyler Bate. Brings that British strong style every single week. We saw what he brings to the table, especially there against A-Kid. It's just a bad night for A-Kid in general, going up against one of the best in NXT. And then also you got, Tyler Bate, just way too much for A-Kid. Obviously, like I just mentioned, but and for Braun Breaker to decimate A-Kid after the matchup was even more of a rough night for A-Kid. But, that's why you gotta, watch your surroundings, man. I think you're gonna walk off unscathed and stuff like that happens. But this United Kingdom Championship has been held by a lot of good superstars over the years, from the likes of Pete Dunne, Aleister Black, Tyler Bate, amongst others here on the NXT roster, ladies and gentlemen. And very curious to see where tonight's going to go and who's going to be heading into the first episode of NXT with that championship. Will Tyler Bate retain, or will Braun Breaker show how brutal he is in the center of that ring? Cannot wait to see how this is going to be fair, ladies and gentlemen.
Introducing the challenger from Georgia, weighing in at 274 pounds, T-Rex.
Braun Breaker, multi-time champion. Can he win back that United Kingdom Championship?
Introducing the champion from Dudley, England, weighing in at 175 pounds. He is the NXT UK champion, Tyler Bate.
And for a small man like Tyler Bate, he can definitely pack a punch. Almost like a ray gun. Looks ugly on the outside. I'm just kidding. He's Tyler Bate, good man, but just maybe not something you'd necessarily pick out of the mystery box per se. But deep down, you got a man that's hard-working and one of the best wrestlers here in NXT for sure. As here we go. Referee rings that bell. Braun Breaker, Tyler Bate, ladies and gentlemen, looking to go to war. Can Braun Breaker get that championship back? And look at Tyler Bate, going to kind of taunt Braun Breaker there a little bit, trying to get in his head. And we'll kind of see what kind of strategy goes into it. Does Braun Breaker learn from last time in that open challenge where Tyler Bate beat him soundly in that matchup? We're going to see that brawling style from Braun Breaker, and tonight you're going to see that technical side of Tyler Bate. I'm not saying Tyler Bate can't brawl with the best of them, but this is just two different superstars going at it here. So look at Tyler Bate. Oh no, this is not what Braun Breaker wants. Looks like maybe Tyler Bate may be trying to make us at the announce table pass out here. Oh god, going the other way we go. I'd be very surprised if both men are going to be able to do anything after that. It's Tyler Bate, man. He does not know where he is. I don't blame him. And I don't know if the first idea going up top is the best idea, but we're going to figure out if it's going to work out in his favor. Tyler Bate, flying crossbody, turning Braun Breaker inside out. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? 2. No, 2.5. Braun Breaker stays in this matchup, but for how much longer can Braun do it? Oh, big kick to the midsection, but now here comes Braun with a belly-to-belly suplex. Pinfall opportunity. Oh, but there's a rope break. It saves Mr. Tyler Bate. And look at Braun Breaker flexing on everybody here in Orlando, Florida. But Breaker does not realize Tyler Bate back up to his feet. And imagine if Tyler Bate's able to make Braun Breaker submit right now. After Braun Breaker thought he had Tyler Bate down for a long time, but realistically, you're going to have to do a lot of big-time maneuvers to put away a man that's so good in the middle of that ring in the likes of Tyler Bate. Big clubbing blows here from Braun Breaker. Not backing down. But now Tyler Bate from behind. Uh-oh. Oh, look at this submission hold here. You are not, you should not be twisted up at all like this, but Tyler Bate showing you that technical submission side of himself. Will Breaker have to tap out? No, he does not. But how much damage is done to that lower back, though? Oh, Braun Breaker has him up. Oh, look at this. Making this look oh so easy to Tyler Bate. 174 that Tyler Bate is, or give or take. Could that standing stalling suplex be enough? No. Braun Breaker's going to definitely have to do a lot more to put away a man like Tyler Bate. No spear! That's that spear he's been talking about doing to Tyler Bate. If Braun would have done that the first time against Tyler Bate, we probably wouldn't be in this situation. And now Braun Breaker, not going to go for the pinfall. He's going to look to make Tyler Bate submit. He's looking to humiliate Tyler Bate right now. Middle of that ring. Nowhere to go. Can Bate somehow dig down deep and get out of it? Oh, but Braun Breaker going to let go. And Breaker going to take some time to taunt. Just be going for the pinfall. He believes he has this all in the bag. 2, 3. Yes, he does. The spear, then the accolade, just wounded Tyler Bate even more. And Braun Breaker is your new United Kingdom champion. Big time win for Braun Breaker. He's bound to be happy. And look at Tyler Bate saying, hey, no love lost. You did what you had to do. He's going to shake his hand, Braun Breaker. Tyler Bate going to let him have his moment. Of course, Braun Breaker going to love what he just did. But Braun Breaker now, your NXT United Kingdom champion once again. And now, are we going to have ourselves another NXT championship being taken and switching hands? As now, we are going to your triple threat Tornado Tag Team NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. The Iconics will be defending against the team of Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark, as well as against the other team with Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, former NXT Tag Team Champions here in the series, able to knock off the Iconics there at NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. But obviously, there came with a little bit of controversy. The next night, we would see on NXT, the Iconics would regain those NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. So, didn't unfortunately get a chance to have a reign with those NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. But tonight, they might get that opportunity. And we're being told still that the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, are still working out the contract details to try and bring back Billie Kay and Peyton Royce back here to NXT. We were told that the Iconics are close to having their deals expire, and they even addressed it live on NXT saying, hey, the reason why we're adding Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez to this matchup is due to our contracts coming up. Which, like I mentioned on the other previous episode of NXT, it's not maybe the smartest idea, but, hey, if the Iconics win tonight, they are going to prove everybody wrong. Certainly with, if you're going to be going out, might as well go out in style. And Peyton Royce and Billie Kay did mention that since Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez defeated Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark recently, that they thought it was a perfect idea to add them into this championship matchup. All these women have dealt with each other once before, if not multiple times. Definitely the Iconics and Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. But this triple threat tornado tag team matchup is going to be very, very crazy. Can Peyton Royce and Billie Kay work it out tonight? And if you guys don't know, Peyton Royce is actually Miss Money in the Bank here for NXT. So if Peyton Royce and Billie Kay aren't able to sign back here to NXT and they walk out of NXT free agents, not only could we be losing Miss Money in the Bank Peyton Royce, and we'd have to figure out about that briefcase, we'd also have to, and let's say the Iconics were NXT Tag Team Champions, we'd have to kind of figure out what in the hell would go on there. As we are now waiting for the other tag team to join us here next. As there is Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark. First off, they were able to become the #1 contenders at first, but ultimately we had Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez walking out with an opportunity since they were able to defeat this tag team on your screen here. But, you know, it's all about the numbers game, having 33.3% chance to win this matchup. Big time opportunity. Let's see if Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons can pick up a massive win tonight, heading into the very first episode of NXT coming up after Vengeance Day tonight. So it looks like we are getting ready. Here we go. Nikita Lyons and Roxanne Perez, it seems like they're going to go at it. Got Billie Kay trying to go after it. It seems like these women are coming right after Nikita Lyons. They are not going to let her breathe whatsoever. And usually that's what you see in these the women or men's matches that they tend to be a little bit stronger than most of the people in the matchup. They're like, okay, hey, let's eliminate the bigger threat in this matchup. And it looks like that happens to be Nikita Lyons. But with all the attention on Nikita Lyons right now, you could basically say, hey, Zoe Stark's taking out Billie Kay. Zoe Stark could steal a matchup real quick and win those tag team championships. Zoe Stark flexing on Cora Jade right in front of her. Cora Jade not really focused on her. The tag team champions have been kind of one-dimensional in this matchup so far. So back and forth we go. Still to come tonight, we have 2 amazing championship matches left. It is going to be the NXT North American Championship coming up very, very shortly, as Christian Cage will be challenging Jon Moxley for the, or Moxley is going to be challenging Christian for the NXT North American Championship. As well as your main event of the evening, CM Punk takes on MJF, and MJF could honestly be walking out with that NXT Championship and becoming the youngest world champion here in NXT history. And that's saying something. We've had, like I mentioned, so many phenomenal NXT champions over the years, from Robert Roode, Adam Cole, Drew McIntyre. So many big name superstars have held those championships over the years. As I'll look at Roxanne Perez with a choke slam of sorts, I guess. Not really a choke slam, but a choke slam, emphasizing the slam part in quotation marks. As I'll look at this, Zoe Stark decapitating Cora Jade with that brutal knee. Another leg drop, no. Nikita Lyons able to move out of the way, not going to allow Peyton Royce to get anything going on her. As she spikes her on her head. Back and forth we go. Who's going to walk out with this championship, man? There's so much potential in the tag team division, especially with these 3 tag teams. You got Toxic Attraction, plenty other tag teams that are going to be looking to step up to the plate in the very first episode of NXT. If you guys missed earlier on tonight, we actually saw that Jinder Mahal was in the crowd saying, hey, I'm the newest signing to NXT. I'm not coming alone on the very first episode. I will be showing you why I'm back here to NXT. Pinfall 2. Ooh. If Billie Kay didn't see that, we could see new tag team champions in Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. So, oh my goodness, Nikita Lyons, her rotator cuff being kind of torqued in a very bad way, could end up ripping that out of place. Even if she were to win the matchup, she could be losing her opportunity, and even if she were to win the tag team championships, may have to vacate them possibly. As Peyton Royce trying to get herself some Cora Jade. It's a generation of Jade for sure. Is that big time maneuver there from Peyton Royce, is herself and Cora Jade going at it. Uh-oh, pinfall opportunity. Zoe Stark able to break it up though. As I look at that flying head scissors there from Cora Jade. Uh-oh, high risk, high reward situation for Cora Jade. Swan, Ton, bomb, pinfall opportunity. Will this be it? 2. Ooh. Almost a 3 count there. Roxanne Perez was trying to stop Nikita Lyons from getting that pinfall. As now Roxanne, it's her turn. Roxanne going to try to put away Billie Kay here. But Billie Kay not going to allow that to happen. Back and forth we go. Women are putting it all on the line here. Billie Kay just taunting Roxanne Perez as here. Pinfall opportunity, but Roxanne able to kick out, adrenaline flowing right through her. As defeat there to Roxanne Perez. But look at that. The adrenaline, like I mentioned, is flowing through all these superstars, and they are just eating this all up. Pinfall opportunity. Zoe Stark. Ooh, Roxanne Perez being saved as she's able to kick out. And Zoe Stark now. Oh my goodness, what a knee. What a knee to Cora Jade. And this very well could be it. Referee a little bit slow though. And that ultimately saves the matchup. Beautiful suplex there from Zoe Stark. Back and forth. And you got absolutely love this women's tag team matchup. This night from the men's tag team matches were good. Rusev and Bryan Danielson was pretty good. Rusev dominated that matchup for the most part. As Zoe Stark just tossing her in half with that German. And Peyton Royce with that Hurricane Rana takedown. Zoe Stark now. Oh my goodness, what a brutal maneuver. Gonna bridge into the pinfall, but oh, look at Zoe Stark bridging so hard she's now in the air. Pinfall. Just a 1 count. Who do you guys have walking out with these NXT Tag Team Championships, man? It's a lot of brutal maneuvers. Could it be the Iconics? No, so close. Zoe Stark keeps herself in it. Both Iconics are in the ring right now. They could honestly put them away themselves here if they're able to pick the right time opportunity. But Zoe Stark has her up here. And brutal knee strike. And now, pinfall opportunity. 2, 3, yes. Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark, the women that first were actually the #1 contenders, were able to outlast the Iconics, as well as Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, and that is Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons. Congratulations to these women, working their tails off in this women's tag team division, and it has all come to head tonight as they are the new tag team champions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT North American Championship.
If you guys want yourselves a brutal matchup, you guys are going to get it, as this is your co-main event of the evening, as the Blackpool Combat Club's Jon Moxley making his way down to the ring all by himself here tonight. We'll see if Jon Moxley, former United States champion, former tag team champion here in the series, there on SmackDown and part of the Shield back in the day, can he become the NXT North American champion? Jon Moxley going to do anything, anytime, anywhere. He's going to put everything on the line, blood, sweat, and tears. This rivalry continues with Christian, but does it end tonight with taking that NXT North American Championship away? Or does Christian walk out still your North American champion? Christian still showing you why he's one of the best, and especially on the go-home show of NXT, once again defeating the NXT champion, that being CM Punk. And he's the only man that's been able to defeat CM Punk multiple times here in NXT. So for Christian, if he really wanted to challenge CM Punk, you could definitely say he could. But right now, obviously, he's more focused on going up against Jon Moxley and defending his NXT North American Championship. Christian won that the opportunity to face up against CM Punk after winning a 6-man battle royal. Moxley had that battle royal won when Christian was able to eliminate Jon Moxley and become the #1 contender. Then eventually we get the NXT North American Championship matchup between CM Punk and Christian, and as you can see now, Christian as your new North American champion. There's Jon Moxley ready for this matchup. So is your NXT champion. Christian Cage, the cocky confidence is just oozing off of Christian right now here in Orlando, Florida. One of the best to ever do it.
This title represents America,
And we'll see how Mr. Christian Cage is gonna deal with John Moxley. John Moxley is definitely gonna have some tricks up his sleeve for sure. But will we see it here tonight with that North American Championship being on the line? Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Both men gonna go to war for that prestigious North American Championship. And for Christian, you know, you can't let that confidence overbear and overlook how big this matchup is because himself and Rusev have worked great together with these last couple months. Rusev now Mr. Money in the Bank, looking to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase anytime he plans on doing that. Will he do it tonight? Does he wait? And it's a big question that we'll have to wait and see. Is Christian able to look like trying to get himself back in the matchup, but Moxley was able to reverse, turn it into a pinfall, and not yet. But Moxley very well could end this matchup at any time with how brutal his moveset is. Moxley has definitely struggled as of late with himself and the Blackpool Combat Club, himself and Bryan Danielson currently struggling after they were doing pretty good for a little bit. Going up against the Pinnacles, MJF, Brian Cage, Chris Jericho, and The Big Show. Big haymakers there from Moxley. About to turn him inside out with a clothesline. Discus clothesline turning Christian inside out. And now Moxley looking to fly. Perfect elbow across the ring there. Will this be it? Big kick out there at one. And now here comes Moxley. The brutalness just trying to stomp in the chest, the sternum area of Christian. And now Moxley flipping Christian the Bird as well. But took in way too much taunting there. Now Christian going to try to get himself back in this matchup as Moxley was doing quite well for himself. Oh, big reversal from Moxley though. Back and forth we go. Both men know each other oh so well. And for Christian, obviously, he wants to have his group go 2-0 for the night. Rusev defeating Bryan Danielson to kick off NXT, and now Christian wants to retain over John Moxley, but it sure as hell is not going to be easy with how dangerous Moxley is. Brutal kicks to the gut. Moxley with all the momentum here. Can he put him away? Into the corner. What's Moxley have in store? Oh, he's gonna beat the living crap out of Christian in the corner, and big boot. And again, Christian needs to start defending himself because we could just be mere moments away from Christian losing that NXT North American Championship if he's not careful. As now Christian has him in the corner there. Didn't really work out in his favor at first, and he hits him with a flatliner. What does Christian want to do? Gonna go high risk. Moxley up to his feet though, but he's able to hit him with the axe handle no matter what. And this has been a awesome North American Championship defense so far. After that axe handle, will that be enough for Christian Cage to retain? Strong kick out though from Moxley. Oh, wait a minute. Moxley. Going for the pile driver. Oh my goodness. Trying to break the neck of Christian Cage. And I think that very well could be it. Christian maybe losing his North American Championship to John Moxley. Pinfall. Is this enough? 2, 3 it is. John Moxley, after hitting the pile driver, has defeated Christian Cage tonight in a back and forth matchup. Beautiful elbow there from Moxley. I thought Christian maybe might be able to get himself back in the matchup, but this right here, beautiful pile driver, spiking Christian, and I don't blame him. I don't think he'd be able to get back in that match. He was not moving whatsoever. But John Moxley adds another championship to his career, and that is the NXT North American Championship. Congratulations to John Moxley.
this guy.
It is main event time. Can MJF, the man with only one loss to his record here in NXT, walk out as the youngest world champion in NXT history? We are about to find out. The prodigy MJF. He likes to call himself the pinnacle of professional wrestling. Himself and CM Punk have been feuding for a couple months now, and it's all going to come to a head tonight. MJF laid out CM Punk to end NXT on the Go Home episode. After CM Punk lost to Christian, MJF decided it was the perfect opportunity for him to come through the crowd and attack CM Punk. So MJF, he is all talk, but will he be able to walk the walk tonight? Can he back it up? He's absolutely phenomenal in that middle of that ring. But for MJF, can he become world champion here on NXT? This matchup is bound to be bonkers. Got the man that's has a brutal DDT. Got CM Punk with the go to sleep finishing maneuver, brutal elbows. Whatever you think of, CM Punk has it in his repertoire. Who is going to be walking into NXT, the very first episode after Vengence Day, with that prestigious NXT championship? And like I've mentioned, so many big name superstars have held that championship, from the likes of Roderick Strong, Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre. This is a big time matchup, man. It's absolutely phenomenal matchup. Like I'm saying, it's so many NXT championships have been on this. So many superstars have gone from NXT to the main roster, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. But who do you guys think's gonna walk out with this NXT championship, ladies and gentlemen? Will it be CM Punk, the best in the world, or will it be the young prodigy MJF? Big time opportunity here for MJF to show you guys what he's been trash talking about for months and months now. When he first joined NXT, he certainly called out CM Punk right away, saying that he'd be world champion one day. And he's coming right after that championship. The ever cocky confidence is oozing off this young man.
And introducing the champion from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 202 pounds. He is the NXT champion, CM Punk.
And there is your NXT champion, your world champion here on NXT. Can CM Punk continue his NXT championship reign? He's held that championship ever since NXT Takeover in your house. That was months and months ago. He's been very good as your NXT champion. Only man he hasn't been able to really defeat has been Christian, but everyone else he's been able to defeat. One of the best main events in a very long time coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. CM Punk and MJF here. This is going to be a slobber knocker for sure. Phenomenal matchup coming your way. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And I expect these guys to go to war tonight. And for CM Punk, definitely, he's looking for that revenge. Trying to get that, you could say, vengeance against MJF. Because MJF has certainly been an asshole to CM Punk. With sneak attacks here and there. A lot of back and forth between both of these superstars. As now, double underhook takedown. Almost like an Angel Clipper, like what Angel Garza does. That might be honestly it. Imagine be able to take on the NXT champion like that. Ooh, very close to a 2 count. Referee considering it a 2 count. I thought that was going to be more of a 1.9, but he's able to do it. CM Punk with the big reversal. Man, these guys are going back and forth, back and forth. I absolutely love to see it right now. And with everything that's been going on, they've been able to kind of know what they bring to the table is a big elbow halfway across the ring. As the best in the world, CM Punk gonna go for the pinfall. Big strong kick out at 1. But these guys are starting to know what each other is going to be bringing to the tables. An Anaconda Vice, center of that ring. Imagine if CM Punk can make MJF tap out. Obviously, MJF wasn't too happy after losing to Bryan Danielson due to the help of CM Punk in that matchup. As CM Punk, big kick to the midsection. Punk going to try to strategize and look to put away MJF here. But no, MJF, key reversal in this matchup. Just when you think MJF maybe having his opportunity slip away right in front of him, he's able to slip out of that big time maneuver that we were moments away. Is referee looking away. Low blow. Referee looking away at the very wrong time. Hopefully we'll get a replay, because it seems like every time MJF does it, it's always when the referee's looking away. As MJF torquing on that left arm right there. We'll see CM Punk tap out. He's your world champion no matter what for a very long time. And it looks like he's going to be able to hit that corkscrew head scissors takedown of MJF here early on. Both men have been able to hit their biggest of shots. Obviously Punk with the Anaconda Vice earlier on in the matchup. Went to try to end the matchup with the go to sleep, but obviously that didn't work out in his favor. MJF was able to become very slippery in that moment. As look at CM Punk coming out with those slaps and chops. MJF trying to bring his own game, but CM Punk one step ahead as both of these men continuing. And now MJF going to try to slow down this matchup. Wrench in on this head. Oh my goodness, slowing down the matchup, going back and forth, man. That's what you gotta love about these two. They talk all the trash in the world, but they gotta do it in the center of this ring. Let's see him. Punk, ooh. Brutal neck breaker. A little different variation of a neck breaker, but it was very effective. And now CM Punk. What else does he need to do? Uh-oh. Can he hit it this time? CM Punk. GTS. Is that going to be it? 1, 2, 3. CM Punk is still your NXT champion. After one brutal main event, man. These guys went to war tonight. MJF did his best, but he's not going to be the youngest world champion tonight. The best in the world, CM Punk, has retained, and we'll be heading in to the very first episode, or the next episode of NXT, with that NXT championship. Referee looking away. You can't really see it from that angle, but is looking away. MJF hitting that low blow, but eventually CM Punk connects with the GTS, and it was all she wrote. Let's make sure the shoulders were down. It looks like it, and CM Punk is still your NXT champion. What a way to end NXT tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with CM Punk on top of the world, and CM Punk retains his championship.